Hi, Jax Richardson here and welcome to the second part of episode 1 of the Almost Art original series, Interpretation. In this episode we provided a bunch of artists from different fields the same piece of music as inspiration. In this segment we have Sarah Zard, a dancer, choreographer and musician who created a fantastically dynamic dance piece to accompany the music. If you want to see more of Sarah's work, please check out the links below. The first thing that I wanted to ask you about was how you reacted to hearing the track the first time. Did anything immediately spring to mind?
Yes. The word that sprang to my mind was ethereal.
Okay.
Which is, so I pictured kind of, it sounds kind of otherworldly to me, like more like very graceful and elegant, kind of like, this sounds super girly, but like fairies.
Okay.
Especially with like the chimes or the piano or whatever that was. Like I pictured kind of, this sounds so girly, like a fairy forest.
Okay.
And so that like imagery like came into my head when I first heard it.
And that sort of imagery, did that carry forward into maybe the certain style of movement that would run through the whole thing? Or?
Yeah, definitely. So when I heard it, I got excited because I come from a ballet kind of lyrical background, and it sounded extremely graceful, and so I wanted the movement to portray like the grace of the music, which is good because that's like the movement that I'm trained in. And it kind of, so when I listened to the song a couple more times, like I started to pick out like different parts of the song. So I listened to the drums mostly, and when the drums would pick up like in the middle, I was gonna incorporate that in the movement as well.
Okay. In terms of when you was actually choreographing it, at what sort of point do you actually start dancing? Is there a lot of prep and do you analyse the music and know what's coming, or do you just instantly get moving and see what feels right, or what would be the process that you take?
When I listen to a song, I kind of start dancing in my head and then picture certain things I would do before I move around, and then I try to incorporate, translate what was in my head to actually moving.
Okay.
So then when I would get into a space, I'd be like, oh, I saw myself doing this, so let me do something similar here. And then I started to kind of think of a story, since the song was, I think the song's about 4 minutes. I wanted it to kind of tell a story, and the music does that, for any listener. So the story I heard was kind of in the 3 sections that I heard in the music. It was, for me, desire, frustration, and persistence.
Okay.
So those were the 3 words that I used to influence how I was feeling during dancing, and influence the choreography as well. And so at the beginning, this piece actually, I came up with moves I wanted to do, but I didn't choreograph move for move. Since the music is very fluid, I wanted to improvise in a way, different sorts of movements, so I knew how I wanted to dance in each section, but I wanted to go in there feeling it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And those 3 sections that you said were the feelings that you were sort of channeling. Are you hoping that someone watching would pick up those feelings, or is that something more just internal to you as a sort of just to direct yourself?
More to direct myself, but I think any listener would hear that the music gradually picks up and then drifts away again. So I think that general theme people will understand, but the words that I use to do the movement to, I knew I wanted to focus on a corner during the performance, because picturing something, I think everyone wants something that they can't have. So that was kind of the theme of what I was going for. So in the corner was the thing you can't have, and you're I kept looking to the corner, reaching to the corner, and start out with desire, wanting it, frustration, moving around more, can't have it, and then persistence is keep going.
And is this the sort of process that you would normally take, or is this different today because you had maybe the freedom to put your own stamp on things?
I usually do kind of that exact same process, except sometimes this was fun for me because it was just instrumental, so when I listen to instrumental tracks, it's more about the feeling. And if I have to choreograph to something say a pop song or any kind of with lyrics in the music, sometimes I incorporate the words, so it'll be more intensely choreographed. But today I really enjoy just kind of feeling it and just using the words and the movement to express itself.
Would you say that because you're also so active in music, that you perform, you write your own songs, you record your own songs, and you perform as a vocalist as well, that having that insight has given you maybe an advantage as a dancer and when interpreting tracks?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I use similar techniques when I write songs and when I perform. So I use a lot of the same themes, wanting something you can't have. So I write about that a lot. Or just the word ethereal. I like ethereal sounding music anyway. So I sing a lot of over future garage music and very fluid and R&B type stuff, and so the way I dance kind of sounds like the way I sing. I don't sing rock music and then dance
So you have
ballet.
your own voice that transitions whether you're singing or whether you're dancing. That's your...
Yeah, so definitely, I say this word a lot, but when I heard the music it sounded ethereal, but that's what I usually like, so that's what I usually go for.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, this is really fun.
So that was Sarah Zard. Please be sure to check out all of the links below to see more of her work. Be sure also to check out the others that participated in today's experiment.